on UFM. You and I with ياسر العلياني. You and I.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome again to your favorite show presented by me, Yasser العلياني. It is finally the weekend and we are back, as you guys get used to. Every weekend we're here to hype you up and to give you some excitement. Today won't be any different, guys. We're going to have a really interesting subject. We're going to talk about a problem. We all faced this kind of problem, either in work or maybe at home. Yeah, maybe. But the most thing we're focusing about today is at work. But ladies and gentlemen, before we start, as you guys get used to, let me just remind you of our contact information. You are very, very welcome to participate at any time. Just call our direct number 0811110999. Guys, I want to talk about something here before we start. I've been like having a lot of direct messages on my Twitter. People talking that, oh, okay, we love your show, we really want to participate, but we're a little bit shy to talk to you. And then the first thing I say is like, why are you shy to talk to me? What's the problem? They immediately reply, we are just not as good as you. I'm like, why do you care? You don't need to be as good as I am to speak with me, guys. I am here just to help you. I'm here to motivate you. I want you to listen to me and I want you to participate with me. You can call me no matter what level of English you speak. I do not care. Listen, as long as I understand you and you understand me, that is enough for you to say I can speak English. I don't care about your accent. I don't care about your grammar, your punctuation. I mean, we all have our mistakes. I do have mistakes as well. I have a lot of mistakes, by the way, guys. A lot. You don't know how much mistakes I have. But hey, this is us. This is us. I mean, we're human. We're people. Humans are meant to make mistakes. So it's fine. So yeah, guys, do not care what level of English you are, because I don't care. And I don't want you to care. I just want you to be motivated. I want you to improve your English, but I don't want this to be an excuse for you guys to send me direct messages on my Twitter account saying we can't call you or talk to you because we're not as good as you in English. So guys, no matter what English you are, give us a call on our direct number 0811110999. Let me repeat that again, 0811110999. As you guys got used to every Thursday, we're going to talk about some really interesting things. We have our main subject today, which will be about relating to work, our main subject, and it is something important. Okay, let's have our first call. Before we dig deep into our subjects, we're going to ask him the question. Let's have our first call from Hussein. Hello, Hussein.
Hi, Mr. Yasser.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
This is العلياني calling from my village.
Oh, hello, Hussein العلياني. What's
Hello.
up? Are we relatives? Maybe.
How's everything?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm going to participate with you on this good,
What?
learning, talking about in the English language.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm really happy that you called, to be honest. I'm really happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, you said that you want to negotiate something about the English language or the any matter you want to discuss. I'll be ready.
Tell me, what do you want to discuss? I'm okay.
I don't know. What's your subject today?
Okay.
That I can participate in.
Okay. My subject is, do you like to have a job working with some relatives or no? Like with your uncles, with your brother, or is it difficult for you?
If I'm gonna help in his job or in his business, yeah, of course.
No, not
I
help.
can't.
I mean, working with him. Not helping, working with him.
No matter, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm willing to work with my relatives and encourage and help. Not help, but you know, when you participate with your relatives, it's okay.
Yeah, just being there for him
brother.
as a family member.
Yeah, a family member, yes.
Yes, well, that is very great. Thank you very much, Hussein, for your call. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much for breaking the ice and calling me as well. I hope to hear your voice again tomorrow, maybe next week. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you very much, Hussein.
Okay, Mr. Yasser, I'm willing to, and thank you so much.
You are most welcome. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's start talking about our subject here. It's something, I don't know how to say this. It happens a lot. We're going to talk about if you're, let's say if you're a manager in some companies, will you let a relative work under you if you were a manager in this company? We're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages here, because there are some downsides to this. Unfortunately, when you, let's say, work with a relative, there's a downsides for you as being a boss and for your reputation in front of people, because some people will be like, oh, okay, now his brother is with us. His brother is having a VIP treatment because he's his brother. He can go out whenever he wants to go, blah, blah, blah. And same again, your brother may or may not be one of those people who take advantage of you, his older brother being his boss. And this is something we're going to talk about, because it's really, really important here, guys. You don't want to be embarrassed from your brother. At the same time, you're the boss here. You don't want to be embarrassed from other employees, and you don't want employees to look at you in a different way now that your brother or one of your relatives is working with you. So yes, this is a big problem. Let me tell you one problem. Let's start with the first one, is that requirements may be too high or too low here. Yes, it may be too high, maybe too low. The expectations of the relative here may be too high as well. He might be thinking, okay, nice. Now I'm working here with my relative. He's my boss. Oh my God, I can enjoy this. I mean, if I don't want to come to work, I can. Why? Because he's my relative. I'm just gonna call him at night and tell him like, yo, brother, listen, I'm not coming tomorrow. And this is the problem here. This is a downside, because if this happens very often and you don't have the courage to tell this relative and be firm with him and say that, listen, you have to come to work. You are not excused. You have to come to work. If you don't have the courage to say this, this is going to be a problem, guys, because people are going to look at you in a different way, and this may affect your job. And this is something you don't want to do. So yeah, first thing, guys, is you have to be firm with him, and you have to treat him like you treat the others. Okay, guys, it is time to take our first break of this hour, and we'll be back after it talking more about working with relatives.
You and I on UFM. You and I. You and I. UFM.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to your favorite show, You and I, presented by me, Yasser العلياني. Okay, guys, let's go back to our subject. But before, let me remind you again of our contact information. If you want to participate, you can call on our direct number using 0811110999. Let me repeat that again slowly. 0811110999. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back at it again with our subject. The first thing we talked about is that you don't want to let your relative's expectation go high nor low. The second thing is that, and this is really important, this is something I see myself, is that maybe, in some cases, maybe a lot of cases, this relative may not be the best qualified person for this job. Yes, this happens a lot, guys. This happens a lot, and I mean, this makes me feel a bit angry about this because, yes, in some cases, you end up hiring a relative, being a boss or being an employee in a company. You end up seeing a relative being applied to this job, and then you don't see that this guy is actually qualified or have the qualification for this specific job. He doesn't know anything about job. For example, let's say marketing. Let's say this guy was employed in marketing and he knows nothing about marketing. Nothing. Let's say his degree was in finance, for example. His degree is in finance. He knows nothing about marketing. But the only problem is that your boss is actually one of his relatives, and eventually he wants him to be a guy in this job because this guy had no job. He's been graduated for, let's say, 2-3 years, and he has no job. And then your boss is like, well, your boss, when he talks to him, he's like, okay, listen, I can hook you up with a job if you want. This is a big problem, guys. I don't want to talk much here. I know we face a lot of these problems right now. Let's have our second caller and let's talk to him about this subject. Hello, Rahil.
Ahlan.
Hi.
Okay, hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. How are you, Rahil?
Fine, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes?
Go ahead.
Your subject is about working with relatives, right?
Yes.
I think just give me a job with relatives, with anyone.
You don't care?
Yeah, anyone. Because I just fresh graduated, and every job I present to, they said, we want an experience for like 10 years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where I can get 10 years from? Give me a job first.
No, listen. You will find a job eventually, Rahil. You will find a job. Just there's something important. Take this as an advice. You may not get the perfect job you want, like the job like your dream job. Let's call it your dream job, being in an office.
Believe me, I don't have a dream job. Believe me.
Maybe yet, but you will tomorrow.
Maybe.
But listen, just take whatever job you want, because unfortunately some people are like, okay, I just graduated, I want a 10,000 salary. If he had, let's say, an offer for 5,000, he'll be like, no, I don't want to. I'll search for another job. At the end of the year, he's gonna talk to his friends, and he'll be like, I couldn't find a job for a whole year. Why? What's wrong? What's happening? He did have offers, but he just didn't like them. So don't worry. I mean, you still graduated. Congratulations. Yeah, you still have time. I wish you the best, inshallah. And yeah, if it was with relatives or without relatives.
Yeah, I don't care really.
Since you don't care, I wish you the best, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you very much for your call, Rahil. Okay, let's have our next call from Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah. Tell me, Muhammad, what do you think about our subject today?
Actually, I like your subject.
Mm-hmm.
Working with family, some people they said it's bad idea, but for me, no. I think it's okay to work. For example, the family company.
Mm-hmm.
So we hear about it. There is many people working together, but I think, in my opinion, they should understand and respect each other,
Yes.
and also keep it professional.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think they should respect the rules.
They have to. Yes. True. But you see, Muhammad, we have a problem here. Sometimes they don't expect sometimes they don't respect the rules, and sometimes money changes people. This is the problem. And this is true. We both know this is true.
Yeah, I agree with you, but it depends. You know, your mentality is not like my mentality.
True, it's
So,
different. Everyone has his own.
yeah.
True.
And also, it's different from person to person.
Right.
This is work. This is business.
True. They should separate. True. They should
Yeah.
separate
And,
work from
I
life.
think there is many rules, and also I think, in my opinion, don't talk about business outside of business.
True. Oh,
So-
thank you. Thank you, Muhammad.
Wallah, work is work.
Yes.
This is business.
True.
So this is my opinion, but I hear about many companies. They are working together a long time, more than 40 years or 50 years ago until now, and they are successful.
MashaAllah.
So that's it.
Well,
And thank you so much for your nice topic, wallah.
you're very welcome. Thank you very much for your call, Muhammad. And thank you very much for your participation. I really appreciate that. Let's have our next call from Abu Abdullah. Hello, Abu Abdullah.
Hello, Mr. Yasser. How are you
Hello.
doing?
How are you? I'm good. How about you?
Well, I'm not bad.
Ah,
I
okay.
think I'm better than you.
Okay, great. I'm happy to hear that. Well, it's the weekend.
Yeah, the weekend will go nice.
Great.
So, the topic about today, from my point of view,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any benefit working with relatives
At all.
rather than working with other, because a lot of tension will arise
Mm-hmm.
because you know that when you work with relatives, sometimes you must be embarrassed of asking your
Relative.
salary or whatever.
Mhm.
So you can't ask for that unless if you have some sort of percentage of the sales percentage. You are sharing with the stocks of this business. This might solve this issue.
That's
But,
different.
What do you mean?
I mean, that is different. When you have a percentage, it's something different than your salary.
Well, yeah, because if you are working just with the salary with your relatives, I don't see that there are some sort of problems will arise. I know for sure because of two of my friends worked with their families or their uncles in their business, and they got a lot of issues. They got out of the business because of these problems. So I don't see any benefit working with relatives, actually.
Okay. So you don't see yourself
maybe
working as well.
Yeah, maybe it's just it's with your father's business,
Mm-hmm.
and this will all the profits will be shared with everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
with your brothers. This is another issue.
Yeah, true.
But
with
with
parents,
other
it's
relatives,
different.
what is that?
Yeah, I mean, with parents, it's a little bit different. It's not the same.
Yeah. If it's parents, it's okay. But with the relatives, uncles, aunts, cousins,
That's a no.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But considering that nowadays the career is not. There is a lot of unemployment in our country right now. So everybody will will catch the opportunity with relatives or with even enemies.
Yeah, true. True.
I want
Just like Rahil when
wanna
she
money.
just said, I mean, just give me a job, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
True, so
Thank
true.
you. Thank you very much for this magnificent program.
You are very welcome. Thank you very much for your participation, Abdullah, and I'm looking forward to hear you again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys heard from our callers here, some agree and some disagree with actually working with relatives. But yeah, it comes to a certain level, like what some said, there has to be some respect. Yes, there have to be respect. I mean, they should respect each other because respect is the number one. If you do not respect, whether you're a relative or not, if you do not respect, working together is not going to work at all. It's not going to work at all. So yes, you should respect. And like we said, if you are, let's say, the owner, or if you are a boss or a manager in this company, you should actually bring someone who is qualified. Listen, I don't mind if you, let's say, if you bring a relative that is actually qualified, that is actually worth working here, it's fine. I don't mind. I don't think anyone will mind as long as you treat him the same way you treat others. Do not give him a VIP treatment just because he's a relative. This is the thing that affects and let people start talking all around you and all about you, is that you treat him in a different way you're treating others. Just treat him the same way, and this way everything will work perfectly. Everything's gonna go smooth. Why? Because they are not gonna think that he's a relative, or they will know, but they're not gonna think of it that way. Why? Because you're treating him the same way, and that will earn you respect by them, by the way. And this is important. Respect. That will earn you respect, because when they see you're treating him the same way, they will know that you are respecting them, and at the end they will respect you. So yeah, it has its downsides and it has its upsides. It's different in every situation. There's a positive and a negative, but for me, I think it's a 50-50 situation. It's a 50-50 thing. Might be good, might be bad, but like I said, I don't mind it if he's actually qualified, and if you treat him the same way you're treating others, in that case, it's all good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take our second break of the day. We'll be back. Actually, it's of the hour, not the day. We'll be back after this break talking about some incredible world records. So stay tuned.
You and I on UFM. You and I. You and I. UFM.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Hello again to the second half of an hour to your favorite show, You and I, presented by me, Yasser Al-Aliyani. Guys, let me just remind you again of our contact information. You are very welcome to call and participate at any time using our direct number 0811110999, or just send us a WhatsApp message using the same number, 0811110999. And let me tell you one thing. If you don't want to participate in the subject, it is fine. You can just call. We can just have a little chat, talk about your English, just exercise your English with me. And this is the point. Again, the number is 0811110999. Let's have our first call from Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed.
Hello, Yasir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Ahmed, are you ready for the weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Ahmed, well, tell me, what do you think about our subject? Is it interesting? Would you like? Do you agree or disagree with working with relatives?
Don't agree or disagree. When you are manage your work, you have to choose people that trusted people and qualified people.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Not related to relatives or not.
Okay. Yes, this is true. So just like I said, if he's qualified, you won't mind.
The relatives have a point that you trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not qualified. Manage your work. Okay.
Ahmed, I don't hear you very well, Ahmed. Can you please just increase your voice a little bit? Hello? Okay, unfortunately, it looks like we have a connection problem with you, Ahmed. Please try calling us again because honestly, I couldn't hear you very well. Okay, guys, let's carry on. Ahmed, please call us again if you like. And I'm sorry again, we had a little bit of a problem here. Guys, let me talk a little bit about the world records. You know, you got used to, we talk about world records, either they were amazing, strange, or huge, or whatever, but every weekend we talk about a couple. In our first record here is something related to girls in a way. It's related to girls in a way. It's about piercing. Yes, it's about piercing. Girls, how many piercing do you want to end up having? Because I've seen some girls that have, let's say, around 6-7 piercing. Like, I mean, I do respect that, it's your opinion, but what is your amount? What is your total amount that you want to reach? Because let me tell you about this world record here. This guy here is called Ruff. Okay, he's called Rolf Butchlos from Germany. He has 453 piercing on his body. 453. Like, wow, 453. This is a lot. You can only imagine where is it. I mean, to me, with all due respect, he's not a guy I want to hang out with. With all due respect, yes. But you know, when it comes to world records, people are crazy. People do crazy stuff to be famous. People do crazy stuff to be something in this community. And at the same time, people do crazy stuff to have a world record. And this guy is probably one of them, in my opinion. So yes, this guy is from Germany. Like I said, he is carrying the world record for the most pierced man that has 453 piercing. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's a little bit crazy. I'm gonna post on my Twitter account here. My Twitter account is at Yasser_host. I'm gonna post this right now while I'm talking to you. But first, let's take let's take this call from Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. First of all, okay, my level in English is not professional, so
It's
slow
fine.
down with me, okay?
It's fine. Take your time.
What is the topic about today?
Okay. The topic is about working with relatives. Do you agree or disagree with working with relatives?
Well, it depends. Like, are they? Could you please be more specific? Because if they are both applied to the same company and they are working together, there's nothing wrong with it. But I mean, if someone inside this company brought his cousin just because it is his cousin, I'm not with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not fair. Because there is another candidate are qualified and they are waiting any opportunity just to work
True.
and to improve their skills in the work.
So true.
It depends. But if they are working together as business owners and as shareholders, it's all right. But I don't know.
I get your point.
Specific with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get your point. It is right. It's a little bit different if they're working in a company or if they're actual shareholders. It is a different, but eventually, like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. It may have its positive, it may have its negative. So it's a 50-50 thing. But
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your call, Ahmed. I really appreciate your participation. And yes, this subject is never going to end because, as we said, it's a 50-50 thing. But what I want you guys to tell me is, in your opinion, what are the positives and what are the negatives? Okay, guys, before we go to our next world record, let me just tell you that I just posted on my Twitter account. It's at Yasser _host. That's YASSER _HOST. I just posted this piercing man. I posted a picture of his face. I just want you to look at him and just tell me what do you think about it. Just post a comment and tell me what do you think about it. Is it cool? Is it not? Let me know. Let's go to our second world record, which is actually a little bit strange, a little bit crazy. This is something I I don't know about you guys. When you go, let's say when you go to a wedding, okay? When you go to a wedding, what is the most thing you're always stressful about? What is the thing that you're like, do I really have to do this when you go to a wedding? For me, it's shaking hands. For example, let's say you go to a wedding and there's, let's say, 100. I mean, let's not exaggerate. Let's say about 20. Let's say 20. Let's say there's 20 people there. Don't you think it's a little bit of a hassle to, let's say, shake all these 20 hands? It's something. And remember this, you're going to be repeating the same thing, like Assalamu alaikum, kayf al-hal. And you're going again to the next one. Assalamu alaikum, kayf al-hal. You're going to do this 20 times, guys, like you're a parrot. This is awkward. This is awkward to me. Do you know what is really awkward? This second world record, because this second world record is about shaking hands. There's these two guys that had the world record for the most. Oh, how can I say this? How can I say this? For the longest handshake in history, or let's say at that point of time, these two people or these two guys shook hands for more than 11 hours. More than 11 hours. They just kept, their hand, they just held the hand and they just keep bouncing them up and down, up and down, up and down, shaking hands, just up and down for 11 hours. And you know what the shocking part is? The rules set that they cannot even go to the toilet. If they go to the toilet, that's it. That's it. This is one of the rules. Yeah, if they go to the toilet, you're done. There's no world record. So you have to just keep shaking hand for more than 11 hours because that was the previous world record. So they shook hands for more than 11 hours. And imagine after those 11 hours with, crazy. Just standing there, shaking hands. At the end, obviously, they had some injuries with their hands. They have to, come on, you keep shaking hands for more than 11 hours. This is crazy, guys. But yeah, these two people here, or these two guys, actually attempt to break the world record for, let's say, more than 11 hours. And yes, they did it. This was in September, by the way, 2009. So I guess maybe if we dig deep more into this, we might find people that maybe set a 24-hour handshake world record. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, guys, let me talk about our third right now. Our third world record which is actually amazing. Yeah, this one is amazing. Could be crazy to some people, could not, but it is amazing. I know a lot of people here likes winter. I'm one of them. I'm one of those people who like winter. I like the cold vibe. I like the cold chills that you have in your body. It's something amazing, and I like the vibe of winter. But how cold can you handle? Okay, how cold can you handle? What is the highest degree you can handle? For me, to be honest, I never tried it. I never tried it, but I've been to, if you know those iced coffees in Dubai. There's one there. There's an iced coffee in Dubai. I've been there and I went to it. It's actually nice. It was cold. I'll be honest. It was cold. It was less than 0 degree right there. Maybe -5. I think it was -5 degrees Celsius, or maybe -10. I'm not sure. But I mean, I could handle it. It's cold. I got my jacket. I got my jacket with the hoodie on. I got the boots. I got these heavy jeans. I got everything, and I could handle it. It was nice, but sticking those ices to your body, that's what I mean by how cold can you go, let's say, sitting in an iced cold water bath. This is my question. How cold, and how long can you stand, by the way? How long can you stand? Because this guy here actually has set the world record in January 2011 at 46 minutes. 46 minutes in ice. 46 minutes in ice. The only part of his body that was out of ice was his chest and above. So his chest, his hands, and his head. Those were the only parts out of his body. The rest was in ice. This is crazy. This is so crazy, guys, because let me tell you, your blood will freeze. Your blood have to freeze. Like, try holding one ice cube in your hand for, let's say, 1 minute if you can, or 2 minutes. I don't think you can. It's hard. I don't think you can. You're gonna feel your hand. Your hand's gonna start shaking. I mean, maybe you can't even move your hand. You can't even do anything with it because the blood is freezing. And then, I mean, there's an error in your system right now. So yeah, it is a problem. But this guy here, like I told you, he set the world record for his body was fully contact in ice for 46 minutes. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think I'm going to try setting up a world record. But what is it going to be? I'm not sure. I'm going to think about it. But let's go, guys, to our last break of the hour. We'll be back after it talking more. But before we go, let me remind you, you can call us after the break using our direct number 0811110999.
You and I on UFM. You and I. You and I. UFM.
Hello again. What is up, guys, and welcome to your favorite show, You and I, presented by your beloved host, Yasser العلياني. Okay, guys, let me remind you again of our contact information. If you want to participate, you are most welcome to call us using our direct number 0811110999. And regarding WhatsApp, guys, unfortunately, we're having a little connection problem here. I tried talking to some of you guys on WhatsApp, but I just couldn't. We're trying our best here, guys, but if we can't, unfortunately, the only thing you can do is call on our direct number 0811110999. And if you have any personal question and it's something you want to ask regarding English, guys, you can call and ask at any time, or just send me a direct message on my Twitter account, Yasser_host. That's YASSER_HOST. Movies. The best thing you can do as a family weekend night. This is, for me, it is the best thing. I'm a movie addict, guys. I'm a movie addict. I just like movies. I'm so into movies. And this is why I chose a couple of movies to talk to you about today. They are actually nice, interesting, and amazing at the same time. They're good. I don't know if they're your category. If they are, if they're not, I am not sure. I'm trying my best here to just give you more than one category. I'm trying my best. I just want to give you more than one category because I know a lot of people are listening, so we have different tastes. So I don't want to stick to, let's say, action. I don't want to stick to drama. I want to stick to comedy or romance, whatever. That's why I'm trying to give you, like they say, I'm trying to give the best of both worlds here. This is what I'm trying to do. So, guys, what are we going to talk about today is an action movie. Before you know, I'm not that into action movies. I'm unfortunately, I talked about this a couple of times because there's no good storyline in the action movies. It's all about fighting, and this is something I don't like. But this one is actually interesting in a different way. This is nice in a different way. This movie is new. It was released in the 23rd of January 2020 right here in Saudi Arabia. 23rd of January 2020 in Saudi Arabia. It's still in the theaters. You can still go watch it. I've seen it, let's say, I think I've seen it in one of the theaters in last week. So I guess it's still on. You can go watch it. It's called The Gentleman. See how I did that? The Gentleman. That's what it's called, guys. Yes, it's called The Gentleman. It's an action movie, but it's different. It's different. It is rated 7.9 in IMDb. 7.9, which is actually high. This is high in IMDb. Like whatever is above 6 in IMDb is something I may consider watching. Whatever is above 8, oh, this is incredible. If it's an IMDb above 8 rating, this is incredible. So this is rated 7.9, which is actually nice. It's an action movie, but it's actually about gentlemen fighting. Because it's crazy. It's crazy how they fight, how they go ahead and, let's say, like run over, like run behind each other, how they chase everyone another in a very high fashion and gentleman way. This is why it's called The Gentleman. So he sits with you and he literally tells you, I am going to kill you, or I am going to do something with your daughter. So he tells you straight in your face in a really polite and gentleman way. And then eventually you guys negotiate. He might do it. You may have something like more to let's say negotiate about. You may have something worse. You never know. But guys, you should go watch it. It's really nice. It's called The Gentleman. I really like it. Like I said, it's rated 7.9 in IMDb. It's action, comedy, and crime. Okay, so it's categorized as action, comedy, and crime. It's a 2-hour movie, so yeah, it's good for the weekend. If you have nothing to do today or tomorrow, just go ahead, book a ticket, you and your wife, book a ticket, you with your friends, and just go ahead and watch it. The Gentleman. I wish you guys enjoy it. Okay, guys, we have another call from Abu Abdullah. Hello, Abu Abdullah.
Yeah, hello. I like the promo. It's really, really nice. The MC,
Thank you.
The MC is real, man.
Thank you very much. I mean,
It's real MC.
thank you. I mean, I tried my best to make it, let's say, interesting, let's call it.
No, this is real deep MC. Believe me.
Thank you very much, Abu Abdullah. So I guess since you like the promo, you like the show so far.
Both, but the main issue is the promo. The MC is quite nice.
The main issue. You mean the main thing, not issue.
It is the real thing, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm so flattered, man. Thank you very much. To be honest,
You should go further. You create an album or do a live concert or whatever.
I might.
Really, you're wasting your time.
No, I'm not. Believe me. As long as I'm doing something I love, I'm not wasting any time.
Stay with UFM. UFM is everybody likes UFM.
Mm-hmm. True.
The MC in the promo is really something, man.
Well, I'm gonna work on it. Thank you very much, Abu Abdullah. Well,
It is deep.
thanks for the compliment.
The beat, and the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's something there, man.
Well,
There's a lot in your mind. You have to put it out.
Well, listen, let me tell you something, Abu Abdullah. You may not know this about me, but listen, just go to my Twitter account, Yasser_host. Just send me a direct message. Tell me that you're Abu Abdullah and that you want to hear a song from me or a track, and I'm gonna send you something because I already have a couple.
I will send it to you right away.
All right.
What's the subject right now?
Great. Well, actually, now we're talking about movies. Have you watched The Gentleman?
The movies here in Saudi Arabia or
Yes.
international all over the world?
No. Here, it's here in Saudi Arabia. The Gentleman.
Okay, I like The Gentleman.
You've watched
But
it?
I like much better Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. Okay.
Bad Boys, the Virgin 3, I believe. No? Part
Yes.
3 or
The
something.
third one. True.
It is something.
No, it takes you back to the old days. That's why.
Yeah, but they getting older, you know, they're thinking
It's getting different.
Yeah, it's different. They have like grandchildren, something like this.
True, but it has the same feeling to it.
Yeah, but it's very good. How can I say it? It's life, and life is stages. So the message in the movie, everybody's life is in stages. You have to take the stages. Each stages you have to be compromise and
With that stage.
for that stage. Yeah.
True. Well, Abu Abdullah, thank you very much for your call. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time right now. We reached the end of the hour. Guys, let me just remind you again of the movie. It's called The Gentleman. Go ahead and watch it. If you have any questions, just do not hesitate. Just break the ice. Either you call us here on the show or just send me a personal direct message on my Twitter account, Yasser_host. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll see you again tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m. Tomorrow, I have a really incredible guest. I'm actually excited from her starting today. I'm really excited for tomorrow. So yes, guys, we're going to have an amazing guest tomorrow. Stay tuned. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
On UFM, You and I, with Yasser العلياني. You and I.